Great. Hello and good morning, everyone. Testing. Testing. Okay, I think we're good. If there is anyone able to chat, please say hello, good morning. I see a couple of people. We will begin in 2 minutes. Hope everyone's had a good week. Okay. My parents have joined. Wonderful. Can you all hear me okay? All right. Let's get started. Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Morning Movement. Welcome to my apartment. It's a cozy little spot, and today what we're going to focus on is the ideas around the temporary nature of the pain and the suffering that we experience. Just like last week, I want to spend more time on this topic because during the extreme kind of acute phases of bipolar disorder, it seems that the pain, the suffering, the agony will go on forever. And it took me quite some time to begin to believe that I could live fully again. But it took several things before, and one of them was that my suffering, my pain, the side effects, all of those horrible things would end someday. So earlier this week, I installed a pull-up bar in my apartment, and Tuesday morning, I jumped out of bed, and without any stretching or any warming up, I jumped up and I did a pull-up. And as soon as I got up, I felt a little pop in the back of my neck, and I thought, uh-oh, I know what this is. This is going to swell and throb and limit my mobility and cause me pain, and it did. And for Tuesday, Wednesday, I was not able to move my neck as much. The pain sort of clouded my ability to think. So I went through it. But one of the lessons I revisited during that time was that our pain is something that has a starting point and it will end. And knowing that gives a lot of hope in the difficulty, in the time of difficulty. So my neck is still a little stiff. And so what I'm hoping to do is to open up the neck, open up the shoulders, and open up the upper back. And to focus as we are opening up this area, to focus again on the idea that whatever difficulty we're going through, whether it be bipolar disorder or things in our personal life, our education, our professional lives, our spiritual lives, that they are temporary and that it does get better. Day by day, with small efforts, chipping away at the mountain that looks like our problem, just slowly chipping away at the work that needs to be done. So when someone is going through a period of suffering, one of the symptoms experienced is anxiety. Anxiety feels like a perpetual state of fear, of worry, of great agitation. The breath becomes shorter. Heart palpitations can sometimes occur physiologically. Headaches can occur. And the body tenses up and stays in a state of constant alertness that there is some kind of danger close by, even when there is nothing. So one of the more powerful breathing exercises that I learned to alleviate anxiety is as follows. We take 2 inhales with our nose and exhale with our mouth. So watch as I do it. Inhale, exhale. Inhale with the nose, exhale. Feel free to join me. Inhale, exhale. And in the beginning, when we're feeling a lot of anxiety, we may not be able to hold our breath in between the inhale and exhale. But now let's try to hold our breath for 5 seconds. So after we inhale the second time. And let's do this 5 to 7 more times. So inhale. Go at your own pace. If you want to hold your breath longer, shorter, find what is right for you. Inhale. I'm feeling a sense of calm. I'm feeling a little relaxed. How are you feeling? Inhale with the nose. Notice your heart beating. Notice that just by our breathing exercise that we've elevated our heart rate, we've enriched our blood with oxygen, and we might be feeling, just notice if you are feeling different or not, and bring your awareness to that. Let's raise our hands up, inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. Inhale up, and exhale down. So all of our exercises today are again going to be on the floor. So get comfortable and how you're seated. What I invite everyone to do, if possible, is to sit in half moon pose. So you can keep your left foot on the ground and then your right foot on your left thigh, if possible. If not, that's okay. I aspire to go into full lotus one day, but it's still not in a place that's comfortably edgy, so it's actually really edgy. So come into a position where you're settled on your saddle, you feel grounded on the earth, and you straighten your spine, elongate our chest, send our shoulders back, put our hands on our thighs, and relieve any tension in the neck. Just let it float on water. Relax the neck. And we'll do a couple of circles with the neck. We'll drop our neck forward. And let's rotate counterclockwise by tilting our head to the left. Tilting backward, feeling the stretch in our throat. Tilting to the right. And back to the front. Deep inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale. And exhale. Now, once you get back to the front again with your head facing downward, look up, look down. Look up, look down. Look to your right. Look to the left. Let's raise our hands up. And we're going to take our hands to the left side. Inhale up. And to the right side. Feel your body. Inhale up. And exhale down. Feel your muscles waking up. Say good morning, muscles. Inhale up. And we'll bring them back down. So let's switch sides. If you have your right foot on your left thigh, bring your right foot down and your left foot on your right thigh. So we kind of keep our hips even. And what we're gonna do, and this was an exercise that my mom introduced me to, is what we're gonna do is we're going to interlace our fingers. We're going to bring them behind our behind our neck, and then we're going to pretend like we're a little butterfly, and we're going to extend and close. Extend and close. So inhale, extend. And exhale, connect your elbows together if possible. Inhale, extend. And exhale, close. Inhale, extend. And exhale. Go at your own pace. And become aware of the sensations in the body. All right. Hope everyone's feeling. Let's do some shoulder circles by raising our shoulders up, sending them as far back as possible, bringing them down, bringing them forward, arch your spine, up. Yeah. Do that a couple of times at your own pace. You'll notice all the different muscles that are jumbled up, that are getting ironed out. And now let's switch the rotation. So send your shoulders back, up, forward, down, back, up, forward, down. Let's raise our hands up. And this time, we're going to make cactus arms. By bringing our elbows to the side and looking kind of like a field goal on a football, American football goal. Inhale up. And exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. And once you come down, let's invert our cactus arms and bring them up. Down and up. Great job. All right. Let's give our knees a little loving. If you were sitting in half moon, you've got a nice little stretch for your ACL, your MCL. A lot of us might damage our ACL, our ligaments, and so these exercises are excellent for giving therapy, stretching out those very important tendons. So let's bring our feet in front of us and let's kind of open up the legs, open up our lower back by straightening our back, raising our hands up, and forward fold, trying as much as possible to keep our back straight. And if you can put your hands on your knees, put your hands on your shin, put your hands on your toes, wherever feels good. And since we're focusing on the neck, what I'd like to do is I'd like to invite you to drop your neck as well and allow for the weight of your head to create traction in your cervical vertebra, these bones that are behind your throat, right here in the back of your neck. Allow them to open up as well. And breathe in and exhale. Inhale, breathe. And we'll come up. All right. We're gonna bring our right foot into our left thigh and do the same thing, but giving more stretch to the, concentrating the stretch on the left leg. Inhale up. And exhale, forward fold. Dropping our neck once we reach our limit to also give traction to the upper back and the cervical vertebra behind our neck. And remember to always be in a place that is comfortably edgy, never pushing ourselves to the point that is potentially dangerous, that could cause us injury, that is uncomfortable. No shooting pains, no sharp pains. All right, we'll come back up and we'll switch sides with the right foot in the front and then our left foot attached to the inside of our right thigh. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. And here, again, we drop our neck and let gravity do the work. And you will slowly feel the muscles expand, more space in between your spine. And your spine is saying, thank you. This feels great. And we'll come back up. Okay. So I'm going to turn around and I want to show, just keep facing the camera, facing your screen. And we're going to sit and we're going to interlace our fingers behind our stomach. All right? We're going to interlace our fingers behind our stomach. And I'm just going to show you, and then I'll turn around. But this way, what I'd like you to do is to send your elbows back and forward. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale back. And exhale forward. All right. Great job. Hope everything is feeling great. So next what we're going to do is we're going to bring our legs in front of us and create a 90-degree angle. Create a 90-degree angle. One of the ways to figure out if we have a 90-degree angle is to come at the corner of the mat and come to the two edges on the mat, and that creates a 90-degree angle. If you can't get to a 90-degree angle, that's okay. Everyone is in a different state, so you can be here, 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 but we don't want to go a little bit beyond 90 degrees. And so from here, now we're going to engage our intercostal muscles and bring some traction to them as well by grabbing our left toe with our left hand and reaching for the sky, and then reaching forward. And then we'll come up. We'll grab our right foot with our right hand. We'll look up to the sky, inhale up, and bring our left hand pointing to the right side. Switch sides. Try to bring your elbow inside your left inner thigh, inner knee side, and to look up. And then I've been playing a lot of tennis, so this side is really sore. But it's beautiful to feel the initial resistance that the muscle is like, no, I don't want to. And then it just gives up. And as you can see in the camera, I'm getting more and more distance as I let gravity do the work. All right, and we'll come to this side one more time, hooking our toe. If it's not possible to reach the toe, you can always come here, and then do this. The focus isn't so much the reach, but if you're just here, and I'll demonstrate it, you can still stretch. All right. Next, we're going to move on to tabletop position. Tabletop position is a wonderful, wonderful position for getting into all sorts of postures that engage different parts of the body. So today what we'll do, we'll just kind of wag our tail a little bit. We get our knees on the ground. If it is uncomfortable on the knee, then I'm practicing on a carpet and my yoga mat. But if you have a towel or a blanket or a small pillow, you can use that to alleviate any discomfort in your knees. And we're going to stretch out our hands. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put the back of my palm on the ground, make a fist, and then straighten my elbow. And you'll feel the stretch on the top of your forearm. From here, we will raise our hands and snap our fingers 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And from here, I'm going to make 3 big guitar circles. Bam, 1. Bam, 2. Bam, 3. And now we will go the other way. 1, 2, 3. Great job. I'm going to switch over to the other side so you can see my left hand. We'll take our left hand, put the back of our palm on the ground, make a fist, and then straighten our elbow. I hope you are feeling relaxed, rejuvenated, or getting there. We'll raise our hands, point our fingers to the sky, snap our fingers 3 times, 2, 3, and counterclockwise 3 guitar circles. 1, 2, 3. And once we get to the top, we'll switch sides. 1, 2, 3. All right, good job. Shake it out. Now what we'll do is our fingers are facing towards in front of us. We're going to flip our fingers behind us so that our fingers are facing towards our knees. And while still on tabletop position, we're going to put the top of our feet onto the mat, and to the best of our ability, we're going to try to sit down so that you'll feel the stretch again on your forearm, but this time on the other side. Oh yeah, my forearms from tennis are really tight. Okay, great job. Now from here, we're going to step up the level by getting into plank position. And from plank position, I want to introduce you to downward facing dog. So just watch as I get into position. So we first start off in plank position, which is kind of like the ready push-up position. And then we send our hips back. We bring our ears in between our bicep muscles, and we try to land our feet, the soles of our feet, to the ground. And we pedal our legs. And here we let our head dangle. We'll come back into plank position, back into downward facing dog. Back into push-up position, and we'll give ourselves a small little rest. Great job. Wag our tail. Sink into our body, see how things are feeling. And now from here, we're going to get into plank position. And from plank position, we're going to bring our left foot to the left of our left hand. All right? So here we're getting a bit of a hip opener, and we're going to bring our left hand to the right shoulder, look up, and raise our hand. If you can't stay in this position, you can bring your knee down like this. So if this is too intense, just bring your knee down. So from here, we'll look up, we'll look down. We'll look up, we'll look down. And again, we'll do 3 circles counterclockwise. Really opening up our shoulders, and 3 counterclockwise. Sorry, clockwise this time. Okay. We'll bring our foot back, come back into downward facing dog. This is great for your calf muscles, your hamstrings, your lower back, your mid back, your neck. Now, I'm going to switch sides. You all can stay where you are. And from here, we'll get back into plank position and bring our right foot to the right of our right hand. And from here, again, if this is too intense for you, that's okay. You can bring your knee down, flatten your foot on to the ground. So from here, we'll raise our hands up, look up, look down, look up, look down. And again, we'll make 3 circles, this time clockwise. And counterclockwise. All right, we'll come back to tabletop position. I'm just going to quickly check the time. We're going to do one more before our closing meditation. From here, we're going to go into one of the most famous restorative positions. So the way we're going to do this, we're going to go into a position called child's pose. Child's pose is where you start from tabletop position. You widen your knees to the extent of the mat. Flatten your feet so that the tops of your feet are on the mat. And you sit down and reach your hands forward as much as possible and allow for gravity to do the work, to bring you down to the ground so that any anxiety, any fear, you feel the loving embrace of the earth. You feel a sense of calm. And then from here, we'll switch back in to tabletop. We'll send our hips forward. We'll puff out our chest and we'll look up. Deep inhale. And exhale back into child's pose. Now I'm going to leave it up to you how long you want to stay in each position, but go ahead and for the next 2-3 minutes, let's at our own pace switch from child's pose to what is called cobra position. Once you're in child's pose, one more time, we'll stay here for a good 3 breaths. See you, neighbor. Yeah. Everything. You too, man. That was my roommate. We'll come back up into tabletop position. Come back into our seats. And we will go ahead, as we're seated, get ready to lay down on our backs and drink the benefits of our movement practice today. So go ahead and find yourself in a comfortable lying down position, or if you want to remain seated, do so in a way that will facilitate deep breathing and reflective thought. I began today's practice by sharing with you this idea that when facing anxiety, hypomania, mania, we feel on top of the world sometimes when in states of mania, but it is mixed with very dark feelings of anxiety and paranoia. And then on the opposite end of depression and not feeling like we have appetite for food, for activity, for work, for anything, and sleeping for hours on end, know that it's a temporary state. It is not what the rest of our lives has to look like. And so, more broadly speaking, whatever difficulty that we're facing in our health, in our personal lives, at work, at school, know that it is temporary and that whatever gets you to it can also get you through it. Whether that be your own belief system in a divine being that is in control of all things, or whether or not you believe you're the one that is in control of your own outcomes because of the thoughts that you have. All of these things are temporary, and there is a beginning to them, and there is also an end to them. And I offer you this insight so that in a state of anxiety, in a state of overwhelm of when is this going to end, know that it does end at some point. I didn't believe it 4 years ago when I was going through a difficult period, and I held on to this hope that for a better tomorrow. And that hope was the light that got me out of bed, that got me to clean up my diet, my sleep schedule, and slowly yet surely I was able to get out of it with the love and support of my family, and of course I believe in God's providential care. So let's lie down on the mat. We'll close our eyes and we'll do a scan of how our body is feeling by bringing our awareness to the top of our head. Keep your awareness at the top of the head, and if bombarded by thoughts about the past or the future, let them wash over like the waves of the ocean and come back to the top of your head. And as we move our awareness all the way down to our bodies, we may be distracted, we may be pulled to focus on something else, but for now, whenever that happens, reel yourself back into this meditation and scan your body. Take your awareness from the top of your head to the darkness in front of your eyes. Deep inhale and exhale. Come down to your lips. If you feel any tension that you're holding in your jaw, relax your jaw. If you meet some kind of pain, some kind of resistance as you scan your body, give it some attention. Maybe it's trying to tell you something. Bring your awareness to your neck. To your shoulders. And keep breathing. down to your heart, to your stomach, to your hips, to your thighs, to your knees, down to your shins, your calf muscles, and finally to your feet and your toes. Let's stay here for 3 more breaths. 5-second inhales, 5-second exhales. Let's wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes. Do one final stretch by sending our hands above our heads, getting a nice stretch. Lean to the right, push up with our left hand, and come back to the mat. Well, thank you everyone for joining. It's a little bit odd just doing this on the screen. It was really helpful when someone was there with me last time, so I think I'll start inviting folks over to do this live so that I can see the reactions, see what you all are struggling with, what really works, what's not. But thank you all for joining. Please do subscribe. I need 50 subscribers so that I can start using my phone camera so that we'll have a better quality sound, better quality image. In order to do that, I need 50 subscribers. So please do subscribe if you haven't already. Please follow me on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and do visit bpharmony.com. I've written a book called The 5 Pillars of Bipolar Recovery. I have a pre-recorded yoga course. I've got also one-on-one training that if you'd like to work towards improving your physical and mental health, specifically if you're struggling with imbalances of feeling high, feeling low. If you have a diagnosis, then it is easier to talk through your symptoms and work towards a plan. But if you don't have a diagnosis and you still feel like I go through these periods of highs that are a little bit unstable, and then I go through these periods of lows that are quite unproductive and unpleasant, then I would love to hear from you. I'd love to work with you, and I'll see you next week. Thank you. Take care.